ফুটবলের মতো গজাতি জিবে একুল তো লাতি মারলে ওকুলে যায় একুল তো লাতি মারলে একুল আই
আরা রোহিঙ্গা হইলাম দে আর খানর আরা দা আছে বেশি সমসংগ তে আরা দা আছে তারা অন্য দা আছে ইন্ডিয়া বুদ্ধিস্ট কম আছে
আরা বর্মারও ন বাংলাদেশেরও ন তো বাদা আরো রতন হারা বলে আর তো হলো বাংলাদেশের রতন নাই বরবাদের রতন নেই আরে কুলো আর হনালে বোধে
মানে সকল সরকারের দরি দরি জিয়লদের গড় ফুরা দি ফেলার মা মনে কলরে মেট্রি দরি দরি নির্যাতন করির আর লক্ষ লক্ষ মানুষ হাড়ি ফেলার
আল্লাহ এবার এখন কে না জানে আরা দা আছে এখন বেশি চিন্তার মাঝে
আর এতরকার রোহিঙ্গা বলে ইজ্জতর নাম আসছিল নাম তা আর এই দাম হিয়ান গেল গই আর ইজ্জতে গেল গই নামও গেল গই দামও গেল গই
দুনিয়া তো যেদুন মানে কি দুনিয়া গিয়া বাংলাদেশ গুঁড়া দিলে তো আর এটা না থাকি মারা প্রতি দেশন ভালো যাই হনবিতা যার নাম বাধাবালা সিধি আমরে
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our final round of Jeopardy between a fierce competition between our two contestants, Madison and Ann. Our last topic for this session of Jeopardy is the Rohingya genocide, which is obviously a brutal attack throughout Burma. We will begin with first question, who for 100? This will go to our current leader, Madison. Who is the minority ethnic group from Myanmar? Madison?
Who are the Rohingya?
And you would be correct. Madison is now in the lead. What would you like now, Madison? Where do you want to go on the board?
Can I do what for 100?
What for 100? What attacked 20 police posts and 12 officers in August of 2017, starting off the latest round of violence? Madison?
Who are the Rohingya Arsa militants?
And you would be correct. All right, as our leader, Madison, you get to pick on the board again. So where are we going?
Let's do who for 200.
The government refuses to recognize the Rohingya as people and denies them citizenship. And
Who is Myanmar?
and you would be correct. Now we're tied here at 200. Where do you want to go on the board now, Ann?
I'm gonna do where for 100.
Where for 100? That's a great choice. Where is the country where the Rohingya originated? Madison?
Oh, where is Myanmar?
And you would be correct. A 300 to 200 lead. This is a very tight battle here. Madison, you're our leader, so you go ahead and pick.
Let's do win for 100.
Win for 100. The clearance operation which began the killing, raping, and destruction of the Rohingya village. And
When is 2016?
And you would be correct. Back to a tie battle between these two ladies. And where do you want to go from here, Ann?
I'm going to do Y for 100.
Y for 100. We can do that. Why both governments have refused to grant citizenship to the Rohingyas and have been denied fundamental rights since the 1900s. And that would go to Madison.
Who are the Burmese?
Who are the Myanmar and the Bangladesh? Madison will lose 100. And for the next question prompt, we will flip it over to Ann. It's your choice of where you want to go on the board.
I'm going to do win for 200.
Win for 200. When did 150,000 Rohingya return to Burma, which is now known as Myanmar? Ann?
Win is 1992.
And you would be correct. Now with a little bit of a lead here, and where are we going to go on the board?
Let's do what for 200.
What for 200? The military burned down Rohingya villages and started the mass exodus of the Rohingya to Bangladesh in what they called this. Madison?
What is clearance operations and ethnic cleansings?
And you would be correct. Madison is now getting a slight lead back up to where Ann's at. All right, Madison, where are we going now?
Let's do what for 300?
What ordered Myanmar to take emergency measures to protect the Rohingya from being killed, from being persecuted and killed? Ann?
Who is the ICJ?
And you would be correct. Going back to the board now, Ann, which one do you want to go with?
Let's do Y for 200.
Myanmar government forces Rohingya to carry this to effectively identify themselves as foreigners that are not granted citizenships. Madison?
What is the national identification card?
And you would be correct. Back to a very, very close battle between these two. All right, Madison, where do you want to go now?
Let's do who for 400?
Who for 400? Who set fire to 288 Rohingya villages? Ann?
Who are Burmese soldiers and Buddhist mobs?
And you would be correct. Now with nearly a double lead on Madison. All right, Ann, which one do you want to go with now?
I'm going to do win for 300.
Win for 300. Bangladesh announced it would no longer take any Rohingya fleeing Myanmar. When was this? And Madison?
When is March 2019?
And you would be correct. Back to the board. Which one do you want to pick now, Madison?
Where 200?
Where for 200? Currently, more than 914,000 Rohingya are settled on a narrow strip of hilly land in a city of Bangladesh.
What is Cox's Bazaar?
And you would be correct. Back to the board. Sorry, I just completely skipped one of you. Which one do you want now, Ann?
Let's go ahead and do Y for 400.
Y for 400. That's exactly where I was going. The Mabatha group was created by ultranationalist monks in 2012 for this purpose. Madison?
What is to preserve and project Buddhist values?
And that would be correct. Only a 100-point lead here for Anne, as we're down to our final six questions here. Which one are you gonna go with now, Madison?
Let's do who for 300.
Approximately this number of Rohingya people were killed just in the first month after violence broke out. Anne?
What is 6,700 people?
And you would be correct. Back up to a 400-point lead for Anne. And which one do you want to go with now, Anne?
Where for 300?
Bangladesh refugee camp that houses more than 600,000 Rohingya people. And Madison?
What is Kutupalong?
And you would be correct. Again, back at a 100-point lead for Anne. As we're approaching our final four questions, Madison, which one would you go with next?
Let's do win for 400.
Moving on to win for 400, we have International Criminal Court approved a full investigation into the case of the Rohingya in Myanmar. Anne?
When is November 2019?
And you would be correct. All right, Anne, which one do you want to go with now?
What for 400?
Admitted the country's security forces may have carried out war crimes, serious human rights violations, and violations of domestic law, but claimed there was no evidence of a genocide. Madison, I apologize.
Myanmar's Independent Commission of Inquiry.
Yeah, you said it right as I put it on the screen, so we will go ahead and give you those points, as it is now another 100-point lead for Anne.
Let's do Y for 300.
Y for 300 says, the Myanmar government created a special border security during 1991 through 1992 to harass and persecute the Rohingya. Anne?
What is the Nasaka?
And you would be correct. And ladies, moving on to our last question, feel free to write down your wagers, and you need to take a full 30 seconds to answer this last question. And whichever of you gets it right will get the bonus points that you put in your wager. And on the opposite spectrum, if you missed it, you will lose the points that you wagered. So do be careful in doing that. But moving on to our last question for the day, we have where for 400. And that says over 80% of Rohingya live in this state that has a poverty rate of 78%. Now, both of you take 30 seconds, and then I'll come back and see what both of you said. And 30 seconds is up. We'll start with you, Ann, since you are our leader. What was your answer?
Where is the Rakhine state?
And how much did you wager?
500 points.
500 points. And Madison, what was your answer?
Where is the Rakhine state?
And how much did you wager?
I wagered 400.
400. Both of you got it right, with Ann getting 500 and Madison getting 400. Ann will be our winner today. So congratulations to Ann.
Yay.
We want to thank both of our contestants And we want to see all of you guys back here at the same place next week. Thank you.
Thank you.